Have you ever stood in front of your mirror, heartbroken because the older woman staring back doesn't match the youthful spirit you feel inside, wondering if looking young and vibrant is just impossible after 60? And here's what's going to change everything for you. It's not your reflection that's permanently aged. It's not that beauty has an expiration date. It's not that you've missed your window. And it's not that nothing can help you anymore. It's that heavy, outdated hair dragging down your entire face when 3 revolutionary haircuts could lift your features, restore your glow, and give you back the confidence you thought was gone forever. I see it happen every single day in my salon. Women who've resigned themselves to looking older, convinced that aging means accepting defeat. They've tried new makeup, different skincare routines, even considered procedures they can't afford. But they've overlooked the one thing that has more power to transform their appearance than anything else: the right haircut. Here's what most women don't realize. The difference between looking 65 and looking 55 isn't your face. It's the 3 inches of hair framing it. The right cut creates lift where you're sagging, adds fullness where you've thinned, and draws the eye exactly where you want it. It's strategic, it's scientific, and it works like magic. Today, I'm revealing 3 specific haircuts that are engineered to make women over 60 look dramatically younger. These aren't trendy styles that'll be dated next year. These are timeless cuts with modern updates that work with your mature face, not against it. I'll show you exactly why they work, who they're perfect for, and what to tell your stylist so you get it right the first time. Whether you have thick hair or thin, straight or curly, round face or oval, one of these 3 cuts will transform you. No more guessing, no more disappointment, no more walking out of the salon looking older than when you walked in. If you're ready to finally look as young as you feel, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to learn will change every salon visit for the rest of your life. Let's get started. Haircut 1. The Angle Lift Bob. Let's start with the haircut that's reversing age for women across the globe. The Angle Lift Bob. This isn't your average bob that just sits there looking cute. This is precision engineering disguised as a hairstyle, and it's about to become your secret weapon against aging. The magic is in the angle. We're creating a bob that's slightly longer in the front, hitting just below your jawline, and gradually shorter in the back, sitting at about mid-neck. But here's where it gets brilliant. That angle isn't random. It's calculated to create a diagonal line that your eye follows upward, literally lifting your entire face through visual perception. Think about it this way. When you see a downward slope, your eye travels down and everything feels heavy. But when you see an upward slope, your eye travels up and everything feels lifted. That's exactly what this angle does. Every person who looks at you follows that line from back to front, from down to up, creating an optical illusion that lifts your cheekbones, your jawline, your entire facial structure. But the genius doesn't stop there. The length in the front, just below your jaw, does something incredible. It draws attention away from any sagging or jowls by creating a focal point slightly below the problem area. Your eye goes to the sharp angle of the hair, not the softness of the jawline. It's misdirection at its finest. The back being shorter is crucial for multiple reasons. First, it removes weight from where you don't need it, preventing that dragged-down look we talked about with those aging bobs. Second, it creates lift at your crown, the area where we naturally lose volume as we age. When the back is elevated, it pushes your crown hair up, giving you height and youthfulness. Third, it exposes your neck in the most flattering way, creating an elegant line that actually makes your neck look longer and slimmer. Now, the layering technique is what separates an okay angle lift bob from a transformative one. We use what's called stacked layering in the back. This means the layers are cut shorter underneath and gradually longer on top, creating a rounded, voluminous shape that supports itself. You wake up with volume. You don't have to create it with hours of blow drying. The front layers are completely different. They're soft, subtle, and designed to blend seamlessly, creating movement without choppiness. These face-framing pieces are cut to curve slightly away from your face, opening up your features and allowing light to bounce off your hair and illuminate your complexion. It's like having your own personal lighting crew. Who is this cut perfect for? If you have a round or square face, this angle creates the illusion of length and definition, slimming and sculpting your face shape. If you have fine or thinning hair, the stacked back creates volume you never thought possible. If you have thick hair, the layering removes bulk without removing length. And if you're someone who wants to look polished with minimal effort, this cut styles itself. The styling is ridiculously simple. Apply a golf ball-sized amount of mousse to damp hair, blow dry while lifting at the crown with your fingers, and you're done. The angle and the stacking do all the heavy lifting. You can also let it air dry for a more casual look. The structure is built into the cut, so it looks intentional either way. I had a client, Patricia, 66, who came to me after her granddaughter asked why she looked so tired in family photos. After getting this angle lift bob, that same granddaughter asked if grandma had a new boyfriend because she looked so pretty and happy. Patricia's face hadn't changed, her haircut had. That's the power of the right angle. Haircut 2. The Crown Volume Pixie. Now, if you're ready to go bold and experience the most dramatic transformation possible, let me introduce you to the Crown Volume Pixie. This is the cut that makes women cry tears of joy in my chair, and I'm not exaggerating. This is liberation, confidence, and youth all wrapped into one revolutionary haircut. Let's address the fear first. I'm too old for a pixie. Pixies are for young women. I don't have the face for short hair. All lies. The truth is, a well-executed pixie is actually more flattering after 60 than it ever was in your youth. And here's why. It removes every ounce of weight that's dragging your face down. It exposes your bone structure in the most flattering way, and it creates volume exactly where aging has taken it away. The Crown Volume Pixie is specifically designed for mature faces. The sides are cut close, about 1 to 2 inches, but not shaved or severe. This creates a tapered effect that lifts your cheekbones instantly. When you remove hair from the sides of your face, your cheekbones become more prominent, your eyes look bigger, and your face looks sculpted and defined. But the real magic happens at the crown. This is where we create serious volume through layering and texturizing. The top is left significantly longer, about 3 to 4 inches, and cut in layers that stack upon each other, creating height that defies gravity. This vertical lift is crucial because it elongates your face, making you look younger and more vibrant. The back is where art meets science. We create a soft, graduated nape, not blunt, not harsh, that's slightly longer than the sides but shorter than the crown. This creates a beautiful transition that looks feminine and elegant from every angle. When people see you from behind, they see sophistication and confidence, not severity. The texturizing throughout the crown is what makes this cut revolutionary. We use a technique called point cutting, where the scissors cut into the hair at an angle, creating soft, feathery ends that move independently. This texture catches light, creates dimension, and gives your hair a youthful vitality that blunt cuts could never achieve. Face framing is crucial in this cut. We leave slightly longer pieces around your face, wisps that soften the overall look, and can be styled forward or swept back depending on your mood. These pieces prevent the pixie from looking too severe or masculine. They add femininity and versatility. Who wins biggest with this cut? Women with oval or heart-shaped faces look absolutely stunning because the cut enhances their natural proportions. Women with fine hair finally get the volume and body they've always wanted. The short length means hair stands up instead of lying flat. Women with thick, heavy hair feel liberated from the weight they've been carrying. And women who are tired of spending hours on their hair discover that this cut takes 5 minutes to style and looks amazing all day. The transformation goes beyond physical. Every single woman who gets this cut tells me the same thing. I feel like myself again. There's something about removing that heavy hair that removes emotional weight too. You stand taller, you smile bigger, you engage more confidently. It's like permission to take up space again. Styling is where you'll fall in love with this cut. In the morning, apply a small amount of texturizing cream to damp hair, scrunch the crown to enhance the volume, and either blow dry with your fingers or let it air dry. The cut does the work. you just enhance what's already there. For extra volume, use a small round brush to lift the crown while blow drying. That's it, 5 minutes, maximum. The beauty of this cut is its versatility. Want sleek and sophisticated? Smooth it down with a tiny bit of pomade. Want edgy and textured? Scrunch it with sea salt spray. Want soft and romantic? Use your fingers to create Pixie definition. One cut, multiple personalities, all of them flattering. Eleanor, 62, told me she'd been thinking about this cut for 5 years but was terrified. After finally taking the leap, she sent me a text that said, "I haven't felt this beautiful since my wedding day. Why did I wait so long?" That's the regret I hear most. Not that they got the cut, but that they didn't get it sooner. Haircut 3, the textured shoulder grazing shag. For those of you who want transformation without going too short, let me introduce the perfect middle ground, the textured shoulder grazing shag. This is the cut that's making women over 60 look effortlessly cool, timelessly beautiful, and at least 10 years younger without the commitment of going super short. The length is strategic, hitting right at your shoulders or just above. This length is in that sweet spot, where it's long enough to feel secure and feminine, but short enough to have movement, volume, and lift. It's the Goldilocks length, not too long, not too short, but just right for creating a youthful, vibrant appearance. But calling this a shag might conjure images of 1,970 seconds, rock stars. So let me clarify. This is a modern, sophisticated shag that's been completely reimagined for mature beauty. The foundation is layers, lots of them, but they're strategically placed to create lift, not chaos. These aren't random choppy layers. They're engineered to work with your face shape and hair texture. The crown layers are the heroes of this cut. They start relatively short at the top, about 3 to 4 inches, creating volume and height where you need it most. As we age, our hair loses density at the crown, making our heads look flat and our faces look longer. These crown layers counteract that by creating fullness that restores youthful proportions. The mid-length layers do the heavy lifting for your face shape. They're cut to hit at your cheekbones, creating width and fullness that balances your features. If your face has elongated with age, a common occurrence, these layers add width that creates better proportions. If you've developed jowls or lost definition at your jawline, these layers draw attention upward to your cheekbones and eyes. The longest layers, the ones that actually hit your shoulders, are left with enough weight to prevent the dreaded triangle shape, but they're textured enough to have movement. This means your hair doesn't just hang there lifeless. It moves, it bounces, it has personality. Movement equals youth. Stiff, static hair equals age. Now, the game changer in this cut is the texturing technique. We use a combination of point cutting, slide cutting, and razor work to create ends that are soft, not blunt. This texturing does multiple things. It removes bulk without removing length. It creates movement and dimension, and it allows your hair to fall naturally rather than fighting against your texture. The face framing is where this cut becomes truly transformative. We create longer, wispy pieces that start at your cheekbones and blend seamlessly into the rest of the cut. These aren't the harsh, choppy bangs of the past. They're soft, subtle pieces that you can tuck behind your ears, sweep to the side, or let frame your face depending on your mood. Here's why this cut is particularly brilliant for women over 60. It works with every hair texture instead of against it. Straight hair gets movement and interest it never had before. Wavy hair gets gorgeous, beachy texture that looks effortless. Curly hair gets shape and definition instead of just volume. You're not fighting your natural texture, you're celebrating it. Who is this cut perfect for? Women who aren't ready to go short but know their long hair is aging them. Women with any face shape. Seriously, the layers can be customized to flatter, oval, round, square, heart, or long faces. Women who want to look modern and current without looking like they're trying too hard. And women who have some natural texture in their hair and want to finally work with it instead of constantly straightening it. The styling is adaptable to your lifestyle. Want polished? Blow dry, smooth with a round brush, focusing on lifting the crown layers. Want casual? Apply mousse to damp hair and let it air dry for natural Pixie texture. Want beachy? Scrunch with sea salt spray and diffuse. Want volume? Blow dry with your head upside down. This cut works with you, not against you. The psychological impact of this cut is profound. Women tell me they feel relevant again, current, like they haven't been left behind by changing times. There's something about a modern shag that says, I'm still here, I'm still evolving, I'm still worth noticing. It bridges the gap between trying too hard to look young and giving up entirely. Joyce, 61, came to me with hair down to her mid-back that she'd been wearing the same way for 20 years. After getting this textured shoulder-grazing shag, she told me her husband said, I married a beautiful woman, but I think I'm falling in love with her all over again. The haircut didn't change who she was. It revealed who she'd been hiding. Your transformation awaits. So here they are, 3 haircuts that don't just change your hair, they change your life. The angle lift bob, for those who want classic elegance with a lifting twist. The crown volume Pixie, for those ready to embrace bold transformation. And the textured shoulder grazing shag, for those who want modern sophistication with movement and life. But let's talk about what these cuts really represent. They represent a choice, the choice to be seen, to be relevant, to refuse invisibility. Society tells us that women over 60 should fade into the background, accept aging gracefully, which somehow translates to accepting boring hair and outdated styles. These 3 cuts reject that narrative completely. Each of these haircuts is designed specifically for mature faces. They account for changes in skin elasticity, hair texture, and facial proportions that happen as we age. They're not trying to make you look 25. They're making you look like the absolute best version of your current age, which is so much better than trying to recapture youth. The women who transform their lives with these cuts all have one thing in common. They decided they mattered. They decided that how they look and how they feel about themselves is important. They rejected the idea that caring about your appearance is vain or shallow. They understood that when you look in the mirror and love what you see, everything else in life gets better. Your haircut affects everything. How you dress, how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, how you show up in the world. When you have hair that makes you feel confident and beautiful, you make bolder choices. You say yes to opportunities you would have declined. You engage instead of retreating. You shine instead of hiding. I want you to imagine yourself with one of these cuts. Picture walking into your next event. Heads turning, compliments flowing. Imagine looking in the mirror every morning and smiling instead of sighing. Imagine feeling excited to have your photo taken instead of avoiding the camera. That's what the right haircut can do. This isn't about chasing youth or denying your age. This is about presenting the most vibrant, confident, beautiful version of yourself at any age. These cuts honor where you are in life, while making sure you look absolutely stunning being there. If you're ready to take action on your transformation, I've got more for you. Click the video on your screen right now, where I show you the exact styling techniques for each of these cuts, the products that make them work best, and how to communicate with your stylist to ensure you get exactly what you want. This is the complete roadmap to your hair transformation. And listen, if this video has given you hope and clarity, you need to subscribe and hit that notification bell right now, because next week, I'm revealing the 5 biggest mistakes women over 60 make when getting these cuts, and how to avoid every single one of them. Don't let a bad execution ruin a great cut. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 3 cuts is calling your name. Are you team angle lift bob, crown volume pixie, or textured shoulder grazing shag? And if you've already gotten one of these cuts, share your transformation story. You might just be the inspiration another woman needs to take that leap. If you know a woman who needs to see this message, and we all know at least one, share this video with her. Sometimes we need someone else to show us what's possible, before we can believe it for ourselves. Be that person for someone today. Remember, gorgeous, your hair is your power. Use it wisely. 60 isn't the end of beauty. It's the beginning of knowing exactly what works for you and having the confidence to go after it. I'll see you in the next video, where your transformation continues. Now go book that appointment.